All right, good morning to everybody that's watching this or that will watch this. It's about 4 minutes to the New York Open, so it's about 9:26 in the morning, New York time, 6:26 my time. And today I have the 5-minute chart up. So I decided to start trading on the ES and trading one mini contract. Based on my stop level, it usually never exceeds more than 3 points with the strategy that I implement. So based on, the account size being at, 1500, usually, I risk about 10% of that, which is I try to stay around $150 risk per trade. So if it doesn't exceed more than 3.5 points as far as my stop loss, then, I'm risking right right at a one contract or even 1.3 1.4 contracts. So I think for me, if I can stay at one contract, then that's a lot easier for me to not over leverage like I was doing with the micro contracts. It was just for me too difficult to figure out exactly how many micro contracts I needed, and a lot of times I was over leveraging and putting myself at risk like yesterday. So I'm going to try out the one contract and see how that goes on ES. Alright, so this is from previous week dating back all the way to the 28th at 6 p.m. So the point of control for the previous week I have marked out, and you can see that price has just been either trading through, breaking, retesting, trading through, breaking, retesting. So this area is a very strong area for price to want to gravitate towards and either trade through and retrace, bounce back into it and go, or it's been, essentially retracing back, consolidating, then expanding. And we had this move where from yesterday afternoon, it consolidated, breaks through overnight into the overnight session, and then we had a retracement back into this area around the London session, and it definitely expanded out of it. I also have the volume profile marked out from yesterday at 6 p.m. and I do see that there is support in this area as well. I mean, there's also resistance too, but based on us expanding from the point of control yesterday, bouncing off of it this morning, I'm looking possibly for a possible buy opportunity, but I'm going to stay very, fluid in this. And we're going to see if there are buy opportunities, but if not, then, we have an opportunity to, possibly look to sell as well. But really the only way that I would look to sell is if it breaks these lows with, a strong continuation candle and comes down and retests this point of control area, or it will use this area as support, expand, use this area as support, retracement, and then boom, continue up to this higher higher volume node that's up here. So we're going to see what happens. All right, so the New York Open has happened. It is now 9:30, so let's see how this candle reacts. So 9:29, we definitely had a pretty strong candle. And then the 9:30 candle, let's see how that reacts. So it did hit this point of control for today's session. and there is definitely an expansion up. So what I want to do is I want to just be patient. I know yesterday I got in pretty early on trades, and some of them did hurt me a little bit. So I want to be patient. I do see the expansion up. If it's clearly going to continue to go up, then I want to see some type of retracement back into possibly this point of this volume node, or into this candle, the bearish candle, and continue, placing up. So just going to remain patient today and, wait for my setup. See if price can come back down, retest, and continue up. And to be honest, if it doesn't, it leaves me, then oh well. It's only 2 minutes after the open, so I don't want to force any trades today. And plus it's Friday too, so Fridays are a little tricky. So I like to see some type of retracement. It doesn't have to be way down here, but I just want to see some type of retracement that's, somewhat bearish, and then another strong green candle, a green bullish candle, and then that's when I want to proceed up. But price did take out these highs, so it could be some type of sweep of liquidity. You never know. Let's see. Sometimes price likes to fake you out. I think if we can see a strong candle here, then I'll look to take a buy. But if not, if it's rejecting, then yeah, I'm not going to take that. Let's see if it can touch here at the 67.89 area where the volume node is for today. So this is a nice rejection candle, but let's see how this follow-up candle does. It's currently 9:35 New York time. So price does look like it's rejecting. So I want to see how this candle, if this candle closes strong, then I'm going to look for a buy. All right, I'm in. I'm going to put my stop probably at 76.791 area. At 6791.50. And I'm going to go 1 to 2 risk to reward. Actually, I'm going to do 1 to 2.2 or 1 to 2.18 to cover the commission. So we'll take it off at 6,800. 6,825. Okay. It was definitely a strong. I know that the volume node did move because I have extended to the right, but that was a great breakdown. So I could definitely see it extending, and it probably will extend all the way up to here. But to be honest, I'm just trying to hit singles. So price did hit, which is always a good thing, and pretty much got done 7 minutes after the open. Now I know price is probably going to hit this. I probably could have got, a lot more, but I'm just I'm in it to hit singles. I'm not trying to hit home runs. Let's see if it does hit it, but today I'm up $325 and my account is at $26,239.40. So I'm very close to getting to the apex, passing the apex account. Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better trade today. Today was very solid. No drawdown whatsoever, just expansion to the upside. So I'm trying to stick to my rules. If I win the first trade, then I'm done. If I lose the first trade, then I'll take another one, but I really want to try to stick to my rules of only taking 2 trades per day because, the more trades that I take, the more losses that I can incur, and it affects, my win rate percentage, and it also affects my edge too. If I'm taking more than 2 trades a day, the max is 4, but you're taking, 2, 3 losses in a day, that's going to have an impact on your edge and also your win rate percentage. So I think for me, it's just best to, take 2 trades per day. That's what I was doing with my trading bot. It was only 2 trades per day. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, the most annoying thing is winning the first trade and then getting too cocky and taking a second trade and losing. And now you were just up, however much. You lose the second trade, now it's probably cut in half, if not more. Now that's when you start spiraling out of control and trying to revenge trade. And once that happens, now you're up, now you're trading 4, 5, 6, 10 times, blowing your account. I've seen it happen. I've done it so many times. And that's why I'm just, you know what? I'll take the win. I'll take it, and that's it. I'll take the loss. 2 trades. That's it. So that's something that I'm definitely working on. It's a work in progress, but I think every day is a new learning experience. Every day is an opportunity to, thank God and, to be able to trade and possibly, make a living from this. That's my ultimate goal, is to make a living and take care of my family, build EdgeToEquity, build my platform that could, help other traders to be successful. So that's my, ultimate goal. But I think my next goal, once I pass this account, which will, as long as I'm playing it smart, it should be next week. Just have to remain focused, be patient. But my next goal is to start trading live in front of you all too. So that's definitely the goal, and I'm working on that. And as you can see, price did retrace, and it looks like it's gonna most likely hit this 6804 volume area, which is great. I probably could have passed the challenge then, but for me, it's just best to 1 to 2, get in, get out. That's it. Hit your single, no regrets. I'm up for today. I'm up for the week. And that's just the mindset I'm going to have going forward. I've lost way too many times, blew too many accounts. For me, trying to get too greedy, trying to pass the account in one trade, I'm not doing that anymore. It doesn't work for me, at least. It may work for some people, but slow and steady runs the race. Hitting singles, getting on base, wins games. So that's, where I'm at. It's currently 9:43 a.m. New York time, 6:43 my time. Today resulted in a win. I'm going to see if that did cover. So, as you can see, I risked 2.75 points, 11 ticks, for a 1 to 2.18 risk to reward. And based on my risk, I've only risked one mini contract. So I think this is going to work out for me, and I don't have to worry about, how many micro contracts I have to risk. Based on my risk parameters and my trading strategy, one mini contract will do more than enough, and I just get 1 to 2. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So I'm going to end this early. I probably only got like 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm tired. So I'm going to end this early and post this right on YouTube pretty quick. But as always, for the people that are watching, thank you. I appreciate your support, and I will be giving you guys a recap sometime this weekend for the week's trading performance and what to expect for next week. And I thank you guys. God bless, and take care.